It's the NFL on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' speedy running back. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 69 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's into space past the 25, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, Bradford got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Here's a give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain. So they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
To throw on 3rd down. Sharp escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They go play action. Now Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it. And what's where the yardage gained on the last snap.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 20 carries, 114 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Throwing on first down. Sharp.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Raiders at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Back to throw again.
That's strong, bringing it in on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, just like last play. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay coming.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Sometimes about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos. Possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
from the gun. They'll try to run it. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way. There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Bradford now to throw on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Second and a couple. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop it. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's thrown. That makes the lead 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Edwards. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's a good, nice, crisp run for... I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sharp. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Edwards. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So a big sack for a loss of 4 brings up 4th and goal.
Two minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A second down throw for Bradford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Fights loose. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Bradford again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. First down, Bradford. He finds his man, complete. That's Garner. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Bradford. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Bradford. He's going to look deep down the field.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more.